It's the final round of Ragnarok. I guess they've been saving us for last, right, Arion? Nothing's set in stone yet, though. Come on, let's go find out. Where? I hope Fei will be watching. Wither yo ho ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones Thunderflash. In the last episode, we took on Gahl, the second team of Ragnarok, and were able to emerge victorious this time, which means that the scores are currently 1-1. We need to win the third and final match to emerge victorious in Ragnarok to save the world. No biggie then, is it? So we'll have a speak with our coaches and find out who's going to be guiding us today. This is the deciding match. It's do or die time. Is everyone present? Good. It's come down to the third round. I'll be your coach for this one. The score's 1-1, and this match will be the decider. Team, let's head to the pitch. Yes, coach. Best of luck, Axel. Thanks. We'll make it through this, and we'll get Mark back too. Yep, remember if that was the objective. It's been quite a while since Mark has been mentioned properly. You'd think his granddad would make a bigger deal out of it while he's not coaching any teams, but now he seems to be more bothered about Xanark of all people. But we'll head to the stadium anyway and get this match going. This is it, dudes and dudettes, the final round of Ragnarok. Will El Dorado hold on to their power, or will New Gen take over and rule the world? The future of everyone on this planet hangs in the balance, and that balance is about to shift, hopefully to a place with good surfing. There's the benefactor. Did he fund New Gen because he was interested in their evolution? And there they are, New Gen's third team. Welcome, Grommets. Fei? Arion, you're playing against us? That's right, I'm the captain of Gahl. But wait, I don't want to play you, Fei. Not like this. You have no choice. All my memories came back to me. I'm a different person now. My father abandoned me. You know why? Because he was afraid. Afraid of my power. No. But then Simeon reached out to me. He told me my powers weren't meant to be feared. They were wonderful, he said. They were a door to a world of limitless possibility. That's when I knew I had to take revenge on those who hated us and made us hate ourselves. I can't believe that, Fei. I won't. When you played football, you played it for fun. You love football. I won't go easy on you, Arion. Fei, please. And that's it. So Fei is the captain of the third and final Ragnarok team. So he joins Xanark in the exclusive list of people who get to play more than one match in this tournament by swapping sides partway through. Certainly Fei is the big focus here, but he's still got his 10 teammates on the ones on the bench. They're all dressed up quite like he was in his casual gear, just with pure red jackets instead of orange. And that's all the build-up we're going to get. We genuinely are able to hop straight into the match. He was not the captain in the database, but it seems he was a spy, unfortunately. Let's get into the match with this lineup. So, interestingly, the forced players are mainly made up of Raimon. You've got all of these guys, including JP and Gahl, and the only Protocol Omega El Dorado people that you get are actually from Perfect Cascade, so they're not Protocol Omega at all. You have RX on the team, who's there for the anime as well, and then OC and 8B are required. 8B? It's not quite 9B, is it? But, yeah, they are not present in the anime match. If that were the case, you'd have 2 people from Protocol Omega who aren't actually available to me here, and then the rest is almost entirely Raimon. Because you have people like Eugene and Lucian on your team as well. In fact, I do kind of recommend Lucian, because something this team somewhat lacks is good strikers. You've got BAILONG, you've absolutely got BAILONG, but then your best backup is like RX and Arion, who are midfielders, or Lucian as the optional forward. It's definitely a curious little lineup. I wouldn't say it's the most balanced in the world, but fortunately the Perfect Cascade players are pretty good. He is another forward as well. OC is your required Perfect Cascade striker, so he may be a important one for you here. Let's just chuck in Quebec. I don't even know what team he comes from. I feel like I've never seen him before, but he's going to be joining us, would you believe? And those are the actual required ones, so a total of 7 of them. You definitely need quite a few. I'm going to be swapping over to the formation called Antlers, because the thing is, we've got 2 key midfielders, Arion and RX, and I want them both to have a good amount of spotlight each. Additionally, we've got 2 very good forwards. We've got BAILONG and the Perfect Cascade forward, who's actually already in position, so I don't need to move him, or Lucian, depending on your preference. And then Gabby, he's a defender, but I always feel he works best kind of there-ish. And then we'll have the 2 Raimon extras off to the side there, with our defense force back here. That looks good to me. Axel Blaze will increase the power to all of your team tactics, but reduce the team TP. What is it? New data received. Updating database. Recognition complete. Arion Sherwind, you are registered as the new team captain. Oh, okay. So I guess we're all ready. All parts are at full working capacity, Captain. Just give the order, Arion. Right, everybody, let's go. No real surprises there that Arion is going to be your captain. We're even in the Raimon kit for this one, because like I was saying, this is the mainly Raimon-led team versus the previous one, which was mainly El Dorado and Protocol Omega, and then the first one was truly the most balanced. But I like this very much, and Gahl are fairly well balanced as well. You know, obviously it's going to be Fei who gets all the focus when it comes to characterization. This is definitely an important point, seeing our teammate and member of the Ultimate 11 throughout the entire game suddenly betray us. This guy gets quite a lot to do in the anime. He's probably the second most important member. I'm surprised he's a midfielder. I figured he was a forward, given the amount of shots we get to see him take. But yeah, it's these guys who we've got to look out for. And you, to be fair, is pretty good at football. That's right, you are good at football. Anyway, so here in Ragnarok Stadium, we absolutely must win to emerge victorious in this tournament. So, sorry Fei, you're going to have to be our final bit of opposition. Former teammates now see themselves pitted against each other. It really tugs at the heartstrings, dudes. But there's no time for feelings when the waves are rough. The third round between Gahl and El Dorado 03 is go. Here I go. Wow, he's fast. And he's also on full power, so there's not really much point in standing in his way either. Just clear a path, let Fei do what he needs to do. Normally that would be a good thing, but here we have to describe it as something bad, unfortunately. JP, by the way, has a new move, by the way. Mugen the Hand. I'm not going to waste my TP on it, but it is there should you need it. But he's going to go for the Bouncing Bunny. He can't go for Splitting Hairs because he's not on the team with Arion anymore. But, I mean, Bouncing Bunny is, in this case, still enough to beat out JP and get the first goal for Gahl. Gahl! It's been like 5 minutes and Gahl scored the first goal, taking the lead.
Fei seems a lot stronger than he was before. What happened?
Perchance he's been holding back his real strength this whole time. Not so much on purpose. I think now that he's just realised he's a hyper-evolved child, that kind of awakens things.
Go for the ball. On it. Fei, to you.
No, you no get through.
Move.
And he's unfortunately on full power again, so it is good to encounter him at least once in this state. I mean, it's fairly unavoidable, I didn't even do anything, but he does use Dance on Air in this second wave of full power, so it's good to knock his TP down a bit.
Mix and match big.
And Rune lands another goal! El Dorado aren't getting a moment's rest. Yeah, just keep on surfing, little dudes.
What's with the dangerous play, Fei? You could have hurt someone. Why would you do that? Can't you see? We're different to you, Arion. We're gifted beings. We have to wipe out the old world and replace it with the new. Fei, stop it! That's right. This is just the way things have to be. We have to demonstrate our power.
Well, we'll just be grateful he's not used his fighting spirit yet, at least. We do now go into free time, and we have a 2-goal deficit, which is even more than we were dealing with in the past. Arion has a new dribbling move, meanwhile, Tornado Tunnel. So that is something to be cautious of, along with JP's new move in the back, Moog in the hand. The main bit of advice I have is just be careful not to pass the ball to Fei, because especially now he's mixed and matched with Big, it's like, well, that's something we had to have done on purpose. That never happens otherwise. But, yep, he is on the opposing team. You have to remind yourself of that sometimes, because, yep, he will not be taking things lightly on you if you were to step back and give the ball to him. Now, there is full power on the goalkeeper, so we cannot score at all right now, and that forces us to just go on the run. And BAILONG's mix and match, which I brought out only seconds ago, is already gone. Now, it is wonderful to see Vac Attack back. That's one of my favourite defensive moves in the series, and it kind of has to be, because, you know, if you didn't like Vac Attack, then you wouldn't like watching Archer Hawkins play in Inazuma 11-3. That was basically all he got to do, bless him. But, I mean, yeah, there are no possibilities to score here. You just have to run down the clock to 30 minutes. But fortunately, it goes at super speed, and it's already over.
Gahl are in total control of the game already.
Yeah, I still don't understand why Fei would play like that. Arion, worry later. Right now you need to play with everything you've got. Yes, coach.
But what are we going to do for the second half?
It seems someone's in need of a trump card, right? Am I right? I'm right. Xanac, you're back. I knew you'd say that. Know this, plebeians. The nameless nobody from nowhere who stands before you is Xanarch Avalonic no more. His new name shall be... Well, perhaps we can decide that another time, when you least expect it.
Some journey of self-discovery that was. You've only been gone a day.
What may have been a mere day to you was months to me. I endured grueling hardship while you were all tucked up in bed.
Huh? Months?
You're just dying to know, aren't you? Well, if you really want to know, I suppose I could tell you. I went on a journey through time to find the best places in the world to train. I wrestled ferocious beasts, endured the scorching heat of lava, fought my way out of famous battlegrounds. And in the end, I faced the most fearsome catastrophe in history, head on, Hurricane Zeta. And I conquered it. I rode the very wind itself and kept it under my reins. Which can only mean one thing. I am now the world's greatest nameless nobody from nowhere, anywhere. And that's about the size of it. You're gonna play me in the second half, Gramps. Let me show you the ultimate power, my final form. Huh, go on then.
Isn't that against the rules, though? You've played in all 3 matches of Ragnarok now on 2 different sides.
Alright, we'll swap out OC. Acknowledged.
No, we never got to use Plasma Shadow. It's fun as well because I didn't actually realise until it was pointed out in the comments that if you have 3 Plasma Shadows out at once, you can actually Spirit Link them to bring out some other fighting spirit. They're not unique ones, they're just normal fighting spirits, but they're only available when you use Spirit Link with those Plasma Shadows. Well, they're available on other characters, obviously, but to use them with these guys, that's what you have to do. It's time for the second half of the final round. It looks like Avalonic is back up and back on El Dorado's side, but is it too little too late? We'll have to find out. Maybe he'll get kicked off the pitch for being in too many matches anyway.
You bark like chihuahuas. Well, I used to bite like a pit bull, but now the strongest nobody in existence barks, bites, claws, and tears like nothing on this planet. Mix and match, Xanac Ultra! Well, what do you think? This is what happens when you tackle a hurricane and win.
So, the 11th power that we needed to borrow from was a hurricane.
Man's got nuts, completely balmy. Plebeians, turn your heads this way. It's time for Xanac Avalonics' brand new special move. Encore screech the crowd. Feast your eyes on this. I am the Almighty. Ultra!
It'll be fine. Whoa!
What do you say to that, Gramps? Go on. Say it! Yes, it's there! I can sense the power of the 11! You are indeed the all-round player who can pierce any defense with raging fire and quaking thunder. I didn't say that.
And what a move name that is. I love I Am the Almighty. It is, of course, only accessible to him when mix and matched, but he will be mix and matched for pretty much the remainder of this match. Don't get cocky. No, if we let them score a goal now, they'll have complete control of the match. Gabby, I've got to stop this, whatever the cost. Don't forget, Gabby, we're the Ultimate 11. There's nothing we can't overcome. Yeah, thank you, Arion. I'll believe that. I was forgetting that I was one of the Ultimate 11 too, but every one of us here has the power. Rah! Standard Bearer Brynhildr, Armorfy! He armorfied his fighting spirit. And it looks completely natural and at home. Yep, we had to wait the entire game, but we can now armorfy Gabby's spirit.
Wow! Go, go, Gabby! Soar not give up either. Soar have power too. Yee!
Wow, everyone's so strong now. Yes, we can do this, everyone.
Sure, why not? Soar can armorify as well.
Their team spirit is stronger now. Did Xanark give them some motivation? No, it's not just Xanark. Everything he says and does brings them all together. Arion,
And so we return to free play, but something I must point out quite awkwardly is that because Gabby and Soar both armorify at the same time, that means you have 2 of your available 3 fighting spirits in defense.
Wow, Gabby's armorified fighting spirit is amazing.
Wah! Soar amazing too! Soar show Arion how good Soar can be! Actually, yeah, I should probably take the time to showcase it. Where is he at the moment? He wouldn't be doing... Oh, I can't drag him, of course, we're in free play. Yeah, maybe at some point he'll get to do something. But because you've got all of your fighting spirits active in the defense, you can only have 1 more in the offense right now. So you have to choose wisely. Go for BAILONG. You can access Xanark's if you want, but he's already got the Mix and Max Ultra to help him out too. Southern Cross is working out expertly as a dribbling option. I highly doubt Gabby would be able to score, but if we pass to Xanark at the last minute, then another I Am the Almighty will suffice. One of the best dub names ever. I've always stuck up for the dub names in Inazuma 11 anyway. His icon doesn't actually reflect him being mixing matched. I didn't realise that. I tell you what, he might not have enough if I do this. Well, if I armorify, he'll definitely be able to do another I Am the Almighty, but that would almost seem too easy at the same time. But yeah, he's bringing out his fighting spirit, so I will do the same. I could use his regular shot, but we've got to have another I Am the Almighty. This fighting spirit, meanwhile, Loverette, is one of the most famous in the Inazuma 11 series, because this is obviously an anime as well, and it's an anime that's not very dependent on fan service. But there is one big exception to that, and that is Loverette, who is just this, how to say, tig-bitty goth girl. I mean, yeah, she's a lot more censored in the game, but you can still see what she would look like in the anime. Stop it, pop it is not enough. Shigami lines, to use the Japanese name. Yeah, it's...
Fei, we're moving to stage 2.
Huh?
I've got to test you to make sure you're ready to come back to us.
I understand. What is this? My head feels like it's about to split apart.
Goodness me, no! He's using telekinetic waves! What? One of the hyper-evolved children's powers? Unfortunately so. It puts great pressure on the target's head. If this goes on, it'll put the whole team out of commission.
Faye, please, stop this. This isn't football. Do you really want to end it like this? Arion, you're...
Keep going, Fei. Could you ever understand us? Yes. They aren't like us. They're the enemy.
You're my enemy!
Don't listen to him, Fei!
What? Benefactor X?
No. Sorry, but I can't stand here idly and let you take the coward's way out. Fei, stop this right now! Would you kindly shut up? You know what you have to do.
have caused the match to end in a draw. A bit unfair there. We level the scores and then they just unleashed their powers on us, which was supposed to be something they explicitly didn't do, but then they did, and so we didn't win as a result. Thanks. And that's all you get, dudes. What a bodacious match that was. The game ended in a draw, which means we have a tiebreaker situation. Mondo excitement. Fei, what happened to you? So what happens if it's a draw?
Well, that's dull. Hey, old man.
Are you addressing me?
Neither of us are satisfied with this result, right? So how about one last match?
That's fine by me.
Awesome. We're adding an extra round to Ragnarok, the true final battle. You can field any player you like. We'll be putting out our strongest team, so we expect you to do the same. We'll be using my own personal team, Ragna.
So he's finally showing off his best team.
The match will take place in Ragnarok Stadium tomorrow. Everything will be decided tomorrow. I really can't wait. And today taught me a valuable lesson, one I should have already known. You just can't trust grown-ups.
So we'll finally be up against Simeon this time. Yeah, but we're still gonna win, just like before. What? Why? And so the match is over, and so is the episode. We will catch up with Fei and the Benefactor in the next one. But I do want to take a moment just to talk about that match for a little bit, because it's very abridged in the game, and you definitely do need the anime to get the full picture on this one. Certainly the first half of the anime match I think is pretty horrible, because it's an entire 45 minutes of football, in-game time, not actual screen time, where there's barely any football played at all. It's just Arion and Fei monologuing, and Arion trying to snap Fei out of it while Fei gets his guaranteed goals, and it feels like 5 minutes of football across 45 minutes somehow. But then you get to the second half, which is just really, really cool. Xanac has an even bigger monologue about how he mix and matched with the Hurricane, which is completely skipped over, by the way. Hurricane Zeta is here in the menu. It's not named after any particular hurricane. I don't think there is a tropical storm called Zeta from about 2005 in the real world, but in Japan they call this Hurricane Clara Jane, which is not based on anything in particular. So I think it's an original hurricane, but you kind of get the idea. Look at all these nice people, and then you just have a hurricane at the end. That's the final member. What a weird one. And it's even playable in Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy, as are all of these guys in the post-game if you recruit them. Playing as a hurricane is hilarious. But the point is, yeah, he has a much bigger moment. He does his whole Great Max no Ore! Superb! With I Am the Almighty and everything. But I think the best part is that, yeah, you've got that really cool second half where Xanac gets involved. Everyone's playing football well. Fei finally has teammates for the first part in the match. And then, yeah, we have to get to the whole mind control thing. And it's not just Arion who's in pain this time. Even Xanac and everyone else is getting affected. Sol Daystar, who unfortunately is there in the canon instead of BAILONG. But then it's like my favourite moment in the whole series happens pretty much. You're led to totally forget about RX, the only Protocol Omega guy who's playing alongside you at all in the match. And suddenly you just are forced to you're reminded that he exists with this really close-up shot where he's like, did you forget about me? And then he goes on a solo rampage against the whole team and nearly scores as well. He even goes into hyperdrive mode, which unfortunately you can't use in this match. And yeah, he armorifies his plasma shadow and everything. It's just perfect. He doesn't score a goal, and he is actually destroyed by them, just like Mecha Mark is. I think he doesn't explode, but he's certainly rendered immobile at the end of it. But I wish that was in the game. Instead, RX didn't even get possession of the ball in our match, which is very unfortunate. But anyway, that's enough about that match. It's done. It ends in a draw. And in the next episode, we will see what exactly is going on with Fei and Benefactor X. See you then.